The world hasn't seen this many people get gold fever since the 1800s. CBD oil is the 21st century gold rush. However, it's definitely different than the one we had centuries ago. This liquid gold has recently hit a vein of fool's gold. It might seem harsh to describe it that way, but there are several major reasons why CBD oil will soon be obsolete. We're all familiar with the stigma of cannabis. We're so focused on whether or not the plant is good or evil, whether or not it should be legal, and whether or not it's a medical breakthrough. Everyone is so distracted by these questions that we all missed one important question. Why or who decided that the hemp or marijuana plant needed to be extracted into an oil in order for it to be gifted to the human race? Yes, extracting the oil from the cannabis plant is the billion-dollar blunder of the century. A mistake that the entire worldwide CBD oil market has followed. However, don't jump to the conclusion that CBD oil doesn't work or that it hasn't helped millions of people, because it has. This report is not to discredit the cannabis plant, but to expose why CBD oil extraction will soon be phased out. The fact that this is a billion-dollar business is a clear indicator that this plant has serious medical benefits. Millions of people are consuming CBD worldwide, and billions of dollars are invested. Thousands of sellers are springing up every day. Before you decide to ride the CBD oil train as a consumer or seller, there's going to be a major shift in the industry due to new case studies and laboratory findings. Science has discovered that CBD oil is damaged. If it is any form of an oil, then it is damaged and inferior compared to the whole plant. In fact, any form of extraction is damaging, and the entire CBD oil industry has fallen into a huge pothole, a billion-dollar mistake. The irony behind these new scientific findings are an actual worldwide embarrassment to the industry. It turns out that the entire cannabis and hemp industry followed the extraction method of Rick Simpson, also known as the RSO man. Although Rick Simpson's intentions were honorable, and to this day is considered a legend for his work in exposing the healing properties of the cannabis plant, Mr. Simpson was not aware that his method of creating oil from the cannabis plant actually destroys many of the healing properties. If extracting oil from the plant greatly damages the medical benefits, then why is the entire industry still following this path? The answer to this question is simply the blind leading the blind. Everyone is so focused on extraction methods and never thought of just using the whole plant. Some might perceive this information as an attack on CBD oil rather than vital knowledge. However, we took this approach to simply inform people. Because again, the gold rush is moving quickly, and future investors in the CBD oil market should be cautious. Even more important than that, there are some individuals with life-threatening illnesses who are on the edge of the cliff, and to be able to obtain more effective medicine could change their outcome. Here are the top reasons why CBD oil is a huge mistake. To this day, most consumers and sellers of CBD oil believe terpenes are just the fragrance of the plant. But there's more to it than just the smell. Neuroscientists and researchers have now concluded that terpenes are vital compounds that create synergistic results. The medical term is called the entourage effect. CBD oil extraction destroys the majority of terpenes. Thus, CBD oil cannot fully create the entourage effect because all of the compounds found in hemp react to one another. They work together. Just from this one scientific fact, you could stop this video and make the case that CBD oil is inferior and using the whole plant is the superior option. So, what is the whole plant? It is the hemp plant before it was extracted. There is no scientific evidence that extracting the plant is beneficial. In fact, it is the opposite. The more you try to pull out the CBD from the plant, the more you damage the medicine. Neuroscientists have stated that isolated CBD and CBD oils require more milligrams of product compared to the whole plant. Not only does CBD oil cost the consumer more money, but it is less effective. Did you know that it is impossible to separate all the medical compounds from the physical plant? The better question is, can anyone explain why it is even necessary to separate the oil from the plant? A substantial amount of the medicine is thrown in the trash, and the terpenes and important delicate compounds evaporate during extraction. Scientific evidence clearly shows that CBD oil does not contain many of the healing compounds found in the whole plant. This is due to the damage done through oil extraction. Did you know that making CBD oil requires a considerable amount of chemicals and machinery? This process is quite costly and leaves an immense environmental footprint, not to mention the effects of those chemicals on your body. Now I want you to imagine a new method, a new way that can create CBD hemp products that uses no chemicals and no machines. There is no extraction process, therefore there is zero plant waste. This method keeps 100% of all the 480 compounds, including all the terpenes and cannabinoids from the plant. You might ask, is this possible? As a matter of fact, yes, it is. This means no damage is done to the medical value of the plant, and the cost to produce this superior product is actually thousands of times less compared to CBD oil. Not only is it less money per milligram, but because the product contains 100% of the genetic code of the plant, this new method has synergistic results that CBD oil cannot create. This new method is called hemp paste. To learn more about hemp paste and why this plant is so beautiful in its natural state, visit hemppaste.com.